He was circumcised for sure. Are you circumcised, Jacob? What? No.
That's disgusting.
Oh, hang on, am I? Where's my margarita? Maddie? I've already started the podcast, mate, so could you please... You're on the clock right now. If you can hear that noise, that's Jacob making a cocktail. It's currently New Year's Eve, 4 p.m. 4:11, and we're just sitting here at Sue's house. We thought, you know what, we've got a little bit of time before our clients come in, our customers. So we're like, fuck it, let's film a podcast. We're on the frozen mugs. Jacob's on the front. What are you having over there? He's making a whiskey sour. Are you making that with bourbon? Like what kind of bourbon whiskey? Oh, the Conor McGregor bourbon. So you're making a Conor sour. Wow. A notorious sour. That's good. I hope you guys have had a great 2011. I wish it was 2011 again, but with the knowledge that I have now. While you're going past, can you just make sure they're still recording? Nice. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode too. If you haven't checked that out, of course, go back and check it out. We talk about a lot of shit. We talk about what this podcast is all about, where we're going and all that. You look like that dancing guy. The afro. For anyone that is listening right now, he's got some sunnies on that are nice and sexy. It's probably real close. But I'm gonna make sure that's on. Oh yeah, that's probably on you now. Hang on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Hello.
We're getting a signal.
Way back.
Hang on. I don't know if you're in that. You just sit right there. Talk to the audience.
Hello, audience. How are we today? I've just made a whiskey sour. If you come down to the taverna and you ask for the notorious whiskey sour, that's on the secret menu that I've only just now developed. And it's notorious because it is McGregor.
Notorious.
12.
Do you like Conor McGregor?
He's alright. I could probably beat him, but other than that, he's
You
alright.
could just kick him in the leg.
He's got a titanium shin bone.
Titanium shin bone. Alex.
How are we? How was your years?
Do I have his met? Oh, I've only got him in there. Okay. Don't worry.
Who?
Don't worry.
What's going on? How are we, mate?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Life's good, eh? And I think I've got the Rona.
Don't.
What's that, dude? No, I don't think I've got the Rona. I think I'm just a little bit run down, to be honest.
It's just been absolutely slammed. It's been a very odd week. It's been all over the shop.
This
Who
whole
knows
year's
what's going
been
on?
all over the shop. Let's do a quick recap. Just a quick little
Let's do that.
recappy onto the whole year. It's been a fucking roller coaster.
Probably the most stressful year of my entire existence.
Yeah, I don't know if I could ever do it again.
No.
I think I got a massage off Maddie yesterday, and we're chatting we had a chat about you. And yeah, I did a massage. I had a massage yesterday.
Oh, that
As
is
you can see,
that is beautiful.
bloody bulking, large and in charge.
Massive.
She fucked my neck up, like, in a good way. But, like, I think, as she said, the toxins get released, and I think I got sick. I'm sick from that.
It's all
so
the goop. All the bloody goop.
all the goop in my neck. But yeah, this year's been a stressful one. It's been a stressful fucking time. Let's not fluff around and be like, oh yeah, we're fucking
Who's
mad
wrong,
entrepreneurs, And we just fucking grinded and shit. No, we did not. We did not grind.
No. How did we? Where were we at the very start? I know we
were in high
private
spirits.
but we private studioed until I think the. When did we stop? I know.
We stopped in
That would have been like Feb.
January or February, yeah.
Okay, so we private studioed until February.
We only had like 4 to 5 days off or something between the opening.
Yeah, I think that was about a week in between. And at that point, I think we had... No, I don't think we'd announced Civitas yet. When did we announce that? Let me resort to my phone.
I think we announced it in January.
That's not my phone, that's gum. Where is my phone?
I've got my phone.
Who cares? I think we announced it, like we were still at that point, like originally, funnily enough, with Civitas, we were trying to open it before Christmas. And then that became before New Year's. And then that just kept progressing worse and worse.
His teeth look good. I think he's got Invisalign on.
Look at that nice little fella. Shout out to Abby Khan.
Abby Khan.
Handsome man. Oh, Madison is shaking. Yeah, so I think originally, funnily enough, I think the original opening date that we had set, which we'd given ourselves, I think, 2 months, I think when we really broke everything down to get everything done, and that did not happen, was early to mid-December, I think we originally aimed for, of 2019 to open Civitas. And then, we went, maybe we'll give before Christmas ago, maybe before New Year's ago, and then it just kept getting worse and worse. Things take a long time when you're fitting out a shop, funnily enough.
That person rescheduled, which is awesome because I didn't want him to come anyway.
Oh, that's a shame. Trades are not the most reliable of sorts, which is really, really frustrating, and it took us a long time. So I think we came into January. At some point, we announced it. We had this big grand plan to announce everything. We did. Got a lot of hype. It was good fun. I think we had a couple days off. And then you can sit here if you want.
She probably won't be in the picture if she's there. If you ever want to sit anyway, you have to sit over here.
Oh, true.
With Uncle Nick.
And
that sounds really fucked up.
That does sound a little bit weird.
Sorry.
Don't treat our staff like that, please.
Oh, it's your miso, mate.
Oh, don't tell anyone.
Okay.
Yes. So we opened Civitas in, I honestly can't remember. I think it was like mid-February or the 11th.
Yeah, I think it was
something.
mid-February. It was raining.
It was the 13th of March.
Okay, 14th
of March.
of March, the middle of March, not middle of February.
So we must have finished.
That's how fucked this year's been. It's just been like the weirdest up and down roller coaster of our whole existence, compared to the first year of like the private studio.
The private studio was
like a full on like from here, like that.
There was one slight speed bump at the very beginning.
It was like this, but we decided to do that. We could have stayed open still.
Yeah.
But then we had no choice to close this time round.
Yeah, no, we had no choice. That was the weird thing about like the first lockdown we had, which was only 4 weeks, which is we're only shut down for 4 weeks, which was really weird because that felt like a lot longer because everything was all new with COVID, and then we came around to this one and it's like 5 months. But yeah, originally we didn't actually have to shut. I mean, Terrigal was dead. We were maybe one of 5 things in Terrigal open, and people were like, what's going on? I'm going to die of the Roni. And then we were like, we'll shut. Did a few things, open back up. And then, that just was like a steady increase the whole way through. It was very, I wouldn't say easy, but it was easy. Like, it didn't feel like it was this. This has been fucking hell on earth. But, the private studio was simple. Yeah. And it just grew on its own and it did its thing. And,
I liked it, to be honest.
I loved it. Yeah, it was good fun.
I'm liking it a lot more than I do like this shit now.
Yeah.
And I think we got to generally have some words after this podcast about what we're going to do next year.
We're going to do a private studio again.
Yeah. No. Private studio is dead, but
it's gone.
I think we really need to reassess because, and just to talk about, of course, being a mental health brand, we have to have at least 1 or 2% of mental health in there, and everything else can be the sillies. What did you call it yesterday? A light touch to it. Not yesterday. Yeah, we filmed the podcast 2 days ago, Wednesday.
No, we didn't. That was weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was 2 days ago.
No,
3 days ago. Yeah, it's just like a light little hint of like it's there, and obviously that's the undertone. We're just having fun, and if you want to get away from things, and it's there to help mental health, and I guess the overall picture of everything that we're doing with the videos is to touch on that. Obviously, it's very important, but it's not like are you okay?
How was your day? Yes. No, and I think it's telling stories about especially our experience within business and talking about mental health. And I think this, as I said, underlining, this is who we are as a brand. This is what we support, but our content doesn't just match straight away to like a formal piece of content in the way of like,
Yeah, exactly right.
this is struggle,
and I
this
think
is bad. Like, we can laugh about the fact that this year was fucked. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely, like, we nearly died
Both.
figuratively and, like, imaginarily
yes.
several times. Like, literally, I called Jacob a few times being like, I'm done. I'm fucked. Like,
Yeah,
I'm so
we had a
fucking
lot of
done.
moments where it
And
was very...
It was tense.
Yeah.
It was very tense. And, like, it wasn't tense between us. It was just tense in the situation. And I do take my hat off. That's why I love Jacob a lot. We are good people together.
We're just two true blue Aussie blokes giving it a crack.
Giving it a crack. And, like, I would like to also think, you know, like, down the track there, if God forbid life separates us in not doing business together or building or doing things together, we would always just be good people together. You know what I mean? Because we resonate quite well. So, look, not to get in the fucking touchies and feelies, but this year was pretty fucked. Talking about...
Did anyone have a good time?
There was not one moment that I could be like, there was a couple of moments. I can't talk about them on camera. But, yes. I don't know if I should keep that or cut that out.
No, we're just talking
keep it.
about opening Pokemon cards.
Yeah, Pokemon cards and stuff.
Yeah, it was a bit of a...
But business-wise, did not enjoy it. Private studio,
no.
many memories that I loved. Civitas,
Yeah, we definitely did some cool
like
shit. But
opening-
when you really break down the fact
Really
that like
did.
we opened in March, in late June, I believe we were in lockdown. We were locked down for 5 months. It took 3.5 months to get any support from the government. Being business owners, we weren't able to claim any money from the government for personal support, and the money that we got from the government was kind of just like a...
here you go, mate. Here's
There
some
you
spare
go.
change.
Help yourself to the money in the car.
Yeah, literally just we spent it all on stuff that we were like owing, and then we're like, okay, sweet. And then, look, we have to be grateful that they gave us that.
Oh, 100%,
And-
yeah. And
and-
without that, we would be done.
We would be done.
Yeah.
But even this time round, I would have to say, like, we're not locked down, but all this scared
Yes.
mindset is fucking us a little bit.
Yeah, the
More
government's
than-
incompetence is definitely
Yeah,
not us. Like, you can notice if you come down to Terrigal,
many businesses suffering.
yeah, like you could come down here on Christmas Eve when it was 25 degrees, clear skies, and walk into any cafe or restaurant and pretty much guarantee to get yourself a table.
100%.
That is unheard. Like, down here last year was Bondi. It was nuts. There was people everywhere.
I remember it. Like,
You could see everyone like walking around with white towels from the Crown Plaza. They were booked out the entirety of the school holidays. Everywhere was pumping. And
I remember, like, because they were doing the bookings as well, everywhere was booked out.
yeah, you had to book everywhere. Whereas this year, it's like it's just been dead. And like, yeah, the past couple of days have been busier in Terrigal, but it's not in the sense of like people wanting to go out and spend money or do things. They're just going to the beach or going for a walk, and that's it. But for the week of Christmas, it is dead. And that's
Dead.
the frustrating part, is the fact that
D-E-A-D.
that has been due to the government either not saying anything or their rules or whatever, and they aren't supporting anyone. And a lot of businesses need, especially retail and hospitality, they rely on December and the school holidays to survive the next 4 months.
Yeah, like, just to put it in perspective as well for anyone that is business head or want to really get into the nitty gritty, and I don't want to hold anything back. I want to be as, like,
Tell
I want
them
to be
how it
like,
is.
oh yeah, like, we do all right with money, but like, we've made more money in October and November than December.
Yeah, which is the complete... Literally
Which is
every
weird
year I've done
because-
cutting hair has been the busiest time by far, and this is the quietest of
Yeah.
all of the Decembers we've done.
Considering that, like, I'm not cutting hair at the moment. You were fully booked out, but within saying that, even Haley last year when we were at the private studio, we were
everyone.
we were all
Yeah.
fucked. Like, we were back to back trying to squeeze people in, and
Yeah.
and it was just mayhem. And turning people down. It was a good thing, but this year it's like it's like
Yeah.
it sucks.
And I've seen a lot of like the local barbers that are busy all the time have been posting saying they have time available
Yeah.
leading up to Christmas and leading up to New Year's, which again is unheard of. Normally, every
Yeah.
single person in the shop is booked out at least a week or two before.
Yeah, they are.
We came into Christmas week having appointments available, which
Yeah.
is
It just
is what it is.
And I've been doing it for 6-7 years now, and that's unheard of too.
Yeah.
Like every year, you just expect it, and I'm like, and that's what we came into, and that's why we need to reassess. That's why we need to. It's just business. It is what it is. But like mentally, it's kind of like, okay, how further can we go with what we got planned, and how willing we are to put those chips in. Because it's all a mental game at the end of the day. We're not.
Yeah.
It's not physical. It's not like we're laying bricks or like laying pipe or all that kind of shit.
We have laid some bricks in here, haven't we?
We've laid. So these pieces of concrete right here, guys.
Us.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's reassess. We're becoming concreters next year, eh?
I don't want to do that. Nick wants to do that. I don't know
Yeah.
if there's any trade that I would willingly take up 24/7.
I would do concreting like concrete bench tops. I wouldn't do concreting like slabs and shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's gay as.
I guess
That's
we can
boring.
go back to where we were and sort of talk about the process of the year in the shop. I think
Yeah, let's go back there.
we opened up around the 14th and we had a big opening party and that was good fun. And I think at the time they just eased like COVID rules and we could only have like 1 per 4 square meters or whatever, or 2 square meters. But we had a lot of people in here, which was good fun. All of our clients, mates, people that helped build the shop.
Mate.
Building the shop was that was a fun time, wasn't it, Nicholas?
It was.
We were cutting hair full time, trying to also keep it a secret and not let anyone know, save as much money as we could where we could, and get the shop to look like it was built by a builder, and we spent a lot of money on it. So we tried to make it. We had a very, very specific look that we were going for. I think it came out better than we both expected.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few like average little spots here and there, but
I'm very happy about it.
yes.
I am happy about it.
Would you say we did roughly 70, 80%
I
of the
would
stuff?
say, yeah, maybe 60, 70. Like, if you think about the plumbing, the electrical,
Yes.
the plumbing, electrical, the
Carpentry frames. Yeah.
the kitchen, or like the bar, we did pretty much the plastering, the mirrors, the bench tops, the concreting, tiling up the back there. We sheeted this wall, sheeted the ceiling. Never done that before, but that was fucking fun.
Don't ever do
And
that.
it kind of looks alright. Like,
If you don't look up.
if you don't look up. We did the cladding.
Yeah.
That was good. That was fun. I would do that.
That was pretty easy,
Like,
yeah.
I think like it's definitely going to help me when I want to renovate a house.
Yeah, I'm glad I learnt it. Like, I hadn't really done a lot of that stuff growing up, and I was dad's
Took-
little helper.
Took him under me wing and
Yeah.
had a couple of skewies here
We would
and
pretty
there.
much just watch 2 or 3 different tutorials. Watch Greg on Bunnings, and he'd give you a good idea of what's going on, and we just give it a crack.
The best thing was talking. There was a stage there before we were about to do the concrete bench tops, being like, "Oh, have you ever done concrete bench tops before?"
Everyone.
Like to every single person.
Yeah.
Oh, you ever done concrete bench tops before?
Yeah.
or even like I think maybe tiling or like I don't know. We'd
already tiled the studio,
we tiled that,
but we did the same thing.
We did the same thing.
Us, every single client that came in, and just slowly gathered information. Some people are like, "You'll be right, mate."
Yeah,
Other
nah.
people, probably
you're
not.
gonna fuck it. And then like even a builder was just like, "You're gonna fuck this concrete bench top." And
Yeah,
I was
he's
just
like, "It is very fucking
There's
hard."
a freestanding one right there,
Yeah.
and it looks fantastic.
Yeah,
Like, it hasn't bowed, it hasn't cracked.
Nah.
That has not cracked. This
Yeah.
is cracked, but
that was sick. That was one of the most rewarding days. Is cracking all of the. You build the frame with like MDF, and then you
Yeah.
let it set, and then you just hope to fucking God that you pull all the supports off and pull all the MDF off, and it looks good. And it looked like next level.
yeah, I remember when we were peeling all this stuff off here and
Yeah.
being like, this is the first stuff we peeled off, and we were like, holy shit, it's so smooth. Like I remember we were like creaming in our pants pretty
It
much.
was sick. I'm very proud of it. I think that definitely makes the shop, and everyone, if they comment on something in the shop, it's the concrete. They
Yeah.
ask who did it, or they make some comment about it, and it's really cool. Like obviously, concrete's very in, and it suits the vibe very well. But it was very cool. Like it took a long time to get everything the way we wanted it. We spent a lot of time really planning it. We didn't do the framework. That was all done before.
Dicko.
By Dicko. Shout out Dicko. And
We do have videos on it that I
Have got
was
some
going
stuff.
to make episodes, but to be honest, like
I would rather, and we've mentioned this once ages ago, we could potentially just do a podcast where we just go through the clips and talk about little things here and there. we were going to do like a series. We literally documented practically everything. Like we have clips on cameras and phones from us transporting everything.
I think what would be cool is if we can connect the computer to like, we'll do one episode. I'll like, what would be good? Organize all the clips, connect the computer to the TV, record the TV, and we could sit here and
go
I
through
can
it.
show you while we go through it and just show you the clips rather than going and making a story about it.
Yeah.
Like,
It was
because
good
then
fun.
we can give you like a rundown of like, oh, I remember this day or this and this happened and
Yeah, we have some
like,
some funny clips in there. My favorite one is some dude came. He wasn't even a client, was he? The guy that gave us all the wood. Just some random guy that came in that you
No,
kind of
he's a
knew of.
client.
Oh, he's a client. He did demos.
oh yeah, when we put it on the car.
Yeah, and we like had been given like a house's worth of timber, so that we didn't have to buy timber. All we had to do was denail the entire thing, and my lord, that was not a fun time.
Yeah.
Although it was all dropped off at Nick's place in Womberall, and then we had to transport it from Womberall to here, and it was a lot of timber, and we had put the entire thing on the roof of the Corolla. And every time
I wonder if I've got a photo of it. If I do,
I have a video somewhere,
and
but I
I'm
don't
going
know
through
where
this
it is.
edit right now for the podcast.
Yeah.
I will put a thing up now.
Yeah,
That's what it looked like. Or I might even just show you.
it was pretty fun.
Hey, how you doing?
We are back. We were just interrupted briefly. Sorry, the camera is currently exhausted, the battery. These bloody cameras. Technology these days. That's alright, we're back. We're just on the one camera. You don't need to see just me. These bloody Sonys. Holy dooly. But anyway,
We're back now. I'm gonna cut that.
we ended up transporting a lot of timber on. It was a house's worth of timber, I think, on top of this roof. And every time we go over the speed bumps coming to Terrigal, the whole car, you could see it was like bouncing up and down. And the roof racks were permanently bent from that day onwards.
And
There was a lot of good fun like that.
That was pretty funny. And then we got in trouble for like hammering. Do you
Oh
remember?
yeah,
that?
we were in here like denailing. Like we literally cut hair till like 7 or 8 p.m. and then come over here and try and denail all these pieces of timber, which sucked.
Yeah, that was probably the worst, one of the worst things.
And
to
some
do.
lady came, excuse me, you're making a lot of noise.
I've
I'm
got to get
across
up
the
at
road."
4 a.m.
It's
It's
like
like, cunt.
it wasn't even that late. It was like 8:30.
Yeah.
It's late, but it's like time stuff is usually around 10
I was
p.m.
like, come on, man.
But anyway. So that was all done. Built the frames, did all the other stuff, gave it a crack, saved money where we could. There's a lot of little things that we were not expecting, like having a floor wastage drain. If you ever
was
need a
annoying.
floor wastage
Yeah.
drain, couple grand.
Yeah, well, core drill.
Little
all that
things
kind
with
of
like the kitchen, like anything to do with food. You can't have an exposed roof. You can't have exposed concrete. You have to have everything tiled. Like just ridiculous shit. But we got it done. Made it happen. Here we are. Shop looks alright, I
We're
guess.
here now. It looks good. Yeah.
A few little things that we obviously want to add and do and all that sort of stuff. But that can wait. We've done our time so far. Yeah, what else? What other interesting things did we do last year? The community day was good fun. We that was the first one we did. We had this idea to go out and do some fun stuff and take some people out if they wanted to go out on a Sunday. So we hired a little barbecue boat and went and played some golf.
Yeah.
That was
golf
good fun.
That was a cool heart. That was fun.
Yeah, other than that, we haven't had the opportunity to do a lot of the stuff that we wanted to do. And even now, it's like we'd love to do more community days, but it's like, who knows what's going to happen next week, let alone a month from now or 2 months
And that's
from now.
what's so hard, and that's what's a discussion of like...
It's really short.
Like a discussion around shit because it is changing all the fucking time. The market's
Yes.
always changing, and you can't you have to be in the mentality that we chose this life of being business owners. And if you're going to fucking complain, get out of being in business, because no matter what, if there's a fucking COVID outbreak, the market crashes, the fucking whatever, anything, right? Like, you chose the life of being
100%.
a business owner, so why the fuck are we complaining? And yeah, I mean, you're allowed to complain, but it's like, okay, let's fucking move on.
Yeah, it wasn't a
Let's
fun
figure it
time. I
out.
think like the fact that it was completely out of our control with COVID stuff is the worst thing.
And it's easy to kind of give blame to the government for it, which,
Yeah, 100%.
like 100%, fuck those guys.
But yeah, what do you do? Like, we can't really do anything about it. We just move on, and that's just the reality of it. Like, yeah, it sucked and it was shit time, but
I wonder what those bolts are up there. See those things in the concrete in the middle there?
I don't know. Are they bolts?
I don't think they're bolts. I think they're like
I
they
don't
look
know.
like nails that Jesus Christ was nailed with. You know those like nails that he was nailed with?
Yeah, they look like some big old nails in the root. Who knows?
Maybe they're
Who
Jesus
knows?
Christ nails.
They're nothing exciting.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt that.
What was your aside from, let's just go with life, Nicholas. What was your favorite time of the year, if you had a time?
For life?
No, for this year.
No. In my life.
In your life, yeah, not like business wise.
Okay.
I mean, it could be business if you really fucking wanted it to.
No, I don't think it was.
What was a big thing for the year, brother?
It was pretty massive. Biggest thing was probably Civitas. It's just consumed my whole fucking life.
I think that if I had to say something, it would probably be like, as shit as the year's been, like being able to open this shop that we had this wild idea for at some random point in time and doing it. Although it wasn't probably the greatest time of the year to start it, like we had some fucking hectic memories, and like it is a very, very nice shop, and I love every second of it. We have an amazing team. It's just fun to be in here and to be around everyone.
It's sometimes fun.
Yeah,
it's fun to be around. Like
running a business is not fun.
Yeah, no. If you're just in the shop, we've created a good environment. That's what's really, really nice about it. But on the flip side of it, with the business side of things, it's not fun. It's not fun. Like, I'm super grateful. The one thing I would say is that I'm super grateful that we've been able to create a team and create friendships within the team, where like no other, like, we don't like to use the titles like boss or like CEO or anything.
Yeah.
Like that. It doesn't matter. Like, we're all kind of equal here, but it's, if anyone could be grateful for, like, you know, a boss be grateful for like the team that they have, like everyone chips in, like everyone does their part. You know, no one kind of like of course people suck off here and there, being the reality of it, but it's not to the point. Like, everyone puts their they put inspiring things out there to kind of like grow the business.
Everyone has their little
input
place and their input to the business, which is sick.
to help grow the business, rather than just being like, okay, they come cut hair and they piss off.
Yeah, and everyone gets along like incredibly well, and we just have a good time, and we have created a really cool space, and like all our clients are.
Just letting Maddie know that this margarita is really helping me. I wasn't going to drink tonight, but I think
That's
I will.
not a margarita. Like we've created a space and a community that is like great, and I have no complaints about who we work with or who comes into the shop or anyone. Everyone gets along.
About you.
About me? Why?
So on Fridays, I've requested Jacob to wear little short pants, and he doesn't do that.
That's from next year. I'll do that.
Yeah.
It's for everyone.
That's one little complaint that I have. Maddie, what is your favourite time of the year?
She said Christmas. She loves Christmas.
Guzman. Guzman.
She also loves
Christmas
Guzman.
at Guzman.
Madison loves Christmas almost, I wouldn't say too much. You just get very excited for Christmas.
Yeah, Hannah's a bit the same. Like, this year we kind of like, she's like, I really wish we had a bigger Christmas, like bigger things going on. I'm like, yeah, but we're not 4.
No, we definitely had a good time.
Not to say like that's like you have to be 4 to have a good time, but like,
yeah,
I feel like some excitement needs to happen again. Fuck, man, I want to believe in Santa again.
What do you mean?
What?
I believe in Santa.
Okay.
There's nothing to believe in. It's
Who's
real.
that? Get out of the way. Ooh.
It's I think like, I mean, Christmas is a good time. I mean, nothing's really as fun as when you're an adult, and just kind of progressively becomes more and more annoying.
Maybe I would like to do a Christmas with like you guys.
Yeah, we said that.
Yeah. Did you?
The other day.
Did
yeah.
you?
Like after Christmas, like we're saying, like it's really good to see family, but we were so busy being everywhere, it'd almost be fun to just do it with Nick and Hannah.
Yeah.
And then have our adoptive child, Elliot
there.
And she'd be stoked.
Yeah, it would. I think like something like that would be super cute. Like, you know, of course, love you guys and would do that. But also have maybe like even a little bit bigger crew, but like a traditional thing that we do, maybe like on a certain day, like either like Boxing Day night, I'm out. Christmas Day, I'm out. Well, maybe like Christmas dinner, like Christmas night. I don't know if you do family stuff at night time. We don't, but it would be cool. Like, yeah, either do we. We were home at like 4:00 and then we were just chilling out. But it would be cool to like, you know, Christmas dinner or like whatever, and we could all stay at each other's houses
do a
and
large
have sleepovers.
feast.
And then we can get some KFC.
Oh.
And we can then play. And then Jacob and I can play video games while the girls have like margaritas and do their nails and all that kind of shit. And Jacob and I are like playing our Nintendo 64s.
Yeah, that'd be
lit. That'd be lit. And then we could like, I don't know, give some crackers to each other. I don't know.
We could do that.
All right,
Next
guys,
year.
Next year.
We've
We'll
got another year.
We'll bring the pud.
I believe they are.
Who's that?
Daily Dough. Shout out to Daily Dough.
Are they open? I think that... No, they're open. They probably haven't got much to select from.
Probably. Who knows?
Maybe. Last time I went there at this time, they did.
Daily Dough Co. make the best donuts.
They do.
What else do you want to talk about, Nicholas? We've already touched on your favourite thing of the year.
And you touched on yours.
Yeah.
What was my favourite thing of the year again?
I don't know. Something about... I think Civitas. Just everything. I think
there was like a collection of cool things. Like my favorite thing of the whole year, and to get like serious here as well, is connection with the good people in my life. Being you, Maddie, Hannah, Elliot, like
she has no choice
Elliot,
though.
My daughter, like all connections that I've had, like even with Cody, like and the whole team and stuff like that. Like, the people that are in my corner, our connection and
I won't be in your corner. I'll be in the opposite
relationship-
corner.
Oh, yeah. Just want to fight you.
Maybe.
Like, the relationships have gotten a lot deeper, which is really cool. Like we're just getting to know each other and growing and changing. Like, myself mentally, like, I definitely wanted to level up. I've become a lot more calmer. Like, there was a period of time where I was very frantic, quick money thinking, just like stressing out, like, holy fuck, like I fucking... And I'd come in here and I'd be like, I would not be enjoying it. Whereas now it's like, yeah, I could have some pressure on me, but come into work and be like, and just be good to be here. Do you know what I mean? And I'm sure you guys have felt that as well too.
100%. Yeah, I definitely feel like I learned.
Fucking 100%, cunt.
100%.
Fucking when you were coming here, it pissed me off.
So shit. Yeah, but one thing I definitely learned this year was to like manage all that, because it's like you can definitely let all of the shit and business shit get to you, and it just fucking pisses you off. And then you wake up feeling like shit. You go to sleep feeling like shit. It's just not a fun time.
Yeah.
And having to learn how to manage that is quite difficult. Like how to take it to like on that point where you're like working hard and doing heaps of stuff, but also not pushing yourself over the edge.
Yeah. Because you don't want to fucking die.
No, and you can very easily, like, if you're on that edge where you're like teeter-tottering on the top, you have to one more thing on your plate and you're gone. But learning how to manage that and learning how to like keep yourself happy and not just be pissed off at everything is hard.
Do you know what? Like, I still don't know the answer to how the fuck I got through some shit. Like, sometimes I was just like, we got in so much debt. Didn't know, like, thank God Jacob took the reins on getting that money from the government. But even then, trying to figure out how we're going to have a comeback, how we're going to make money and all that kind of shit. Like, just... like, it was the biggest thing was just like, there was times where I was just like, I don't know how I'm getting through this right now, but I didn't even have a why. Like, yes, I had those whys of like, I got to be here for my I got to do it for my daughter, I got to do it for my family and stuff. Thanks, man. And but it was like, yeah, I don't know.
It was a very weird time.
It was a weird time, and it's still a weird time because even now I'm like, cool. I've got a holiday to the Gold Coast in February. I'm not super excited for it, or like I'm not excited like how I would be if COVID didn't exist. Like,
you're not letting yourself get too excited in case something happens.
Because in case something happens, and it's like that's not a cool way to live. That's not a fun way to live. Yeah, it's kind of like if you think about like, having low expectations so you don't have like disappointment, but it's like, yeah, but something like that is something good, something to work towards. If I wasn't excited to work towards that, then I'm not keen to work. If I'm not keen to work, I'm not going to make any money. I'm not going to do anything with the business.
Yeah.
And I think really what's been cool about this lockdown was we stripped back a lot of shit from this shop. We stripped a lot of shit back. It helped Hannah get her shop going, to do our own thing. But it made us realize, what are we really doing this for? And I think we still continue to really realize what we're still doing this for. I like this podcast and this brand that we're going to be doing. We've always talked about doing a podcast, but I always think that we need to do it organically, or we're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah, and there's like, I think like, I was kind of thinking about it, like looking in from the outside, it might look as though over the past year or two, we've been very like this, then this, then that, then this. But it's very like, I can see how it look uncalculated, but it has been very calculated to try and figure out what we are and what we're doing. And yeah, we had the Tiny Word Project as a podcast, and we did it, and it didn't work, and that was fine. And then we tried a few other things, and it's like it's all just led to creating a refined version of what we want to do.
Yeah, exactly right. Like what you're saying, you're refined, and we're being out there. And a lot of people can say, like, oh, they're trying, like they're just doing too many things at once and shit. But it's like, well, yes and no. We're doing things because we really want to try and figure out what we are as people, as individuals, as a brand, as a business, rather than just being like, okay, sweet, cool. Like we're doing Bubblio. If you guys know what Bubblio is, it's just a little dessert bar thing. And we did that because we needed to get money happening for the shop.
Yeah, to try and just almost to try and generate profit for the cafe and draw attention to it, because we were waiting 6 months or something for the license to come in.
Yeah, and it was like, okay, it was a calculated thing. We didn't enjoy it though. Like we had our times and it had a lot of like potential, but we didn't give a fuck about it.
No. I
think that it's the same with cutting, like, and then we give it an example of like cutting hair, right? We, myself, I'm actually going to get back into cutting hair a little bit more. I think that's my bread and butter. That's who I was and who I am. And I think like I had my moment to kind of figure out if I was anything else. I think creating, like doing this as well is going to have, and just being consistent and organic with it. Like I think if we try and force it, how we forced the Tiny Word Project, it wasn't forced, but it was kind of like we had this image that we wanted to portray as a podcast. We're like, like we want to be like these guys and all this kind of shit. But then we didn't enjoy it. Because it was like, we had podcasts that we still never released with like a couple of bigger guests. Like,
100%, yeah.
Like, even the Zach Perner one, he's like, oh yeah, you're going to put that up? I was like, nah, not really.
Yeah.
Like, that could have like helped us progress heaps more.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was like, what's the point? And right now this feels heaps more organic, because like I could talk all this deep shit for a minute, and then all of a sudden we'd be like, yo,
do a little fucking dance.
Do a little dance. How many shits did you do on Christmas? You know
exactly
what I mean?
Right.
Like, and that's what's organic.
Yeah, exactly right. That's what it is.
Exactly right.
Exactly, mate. Yeah, mate. Oh, I'm just trying to think of fucking moving on from the fucking touchy-feely stuff. Yes, Madison, you can go and get a donut.
I don't want one, thank you. If you're going to offer me one. You're okay. Do you want Jacob to come with you?
I'll take yous on the road.
You're a big boy, aren't you?
What is one thing that you want to do next year, Nicholas? It can be anything.
Oh, brother, I don't think I can put it on this podcast. Heroin.
I thought you already did that.
Yeah, I want to do it again.
Just bump up the dose.
No. There is multiple things I want to do next year, but yet again, talking about purpose, there's only 3 things that I really want to accomplish next year. Buy a house, an investment.
Yep.
Make regular income from this shop and buy a dirt bike.
Oh,
I want to buy a dirt bike with you. And I want to
boy.
go riding with you.
That would be right, wouldn't it?
Yes. Moe and his dirt bikes. No, yeah, I think a dirt bike purchase needs to happen next year, one way or another.
Please come get a haircut.
And I think I'm going to get it before winter. What did you say?
I said, please come get a haircut.
Yeah, come get a haircut so we can afford
On
dirt
an unrelated
bikes.
topic.
That's all we want. Like, is literally, if we could just have dirt bikes to go for a little squirt on a Tuesday morning from 8 o'clock till 10:30, or even 7:30 is not too bad. Get the fresh, because you get back at 10:30, 11. We haven't thought this out at all.
No, never.
And then we can go home and relax for the day.
Exactly.
That's all we want.
You can have a
That's all we
go
want.
if you contribute to the...
I'll give you a go.
I'll
with the
give yous a go.
motorbike if you buy us one.
Exactly.
I think we should leave it here. I haven't got anything else.
No. I just want to learn how to fight people. Not in like an aggressive way. I just want to I've been watching a lot of people like box and UFC recently, and I just think being a weapon and being able to
Punch
fuck
on.
someone up in a technical setting would be really cool.
Yeah.
I think it's just the art of it. I'm like, that looks pretty fun. I want to play more
I like
golf.
boxing training. Boxing training is like real cool. It gives you like confidence as well as fitness and shit.
Yeah, I also realize I walk up a slight incline and I feel like I'm fucking dying, and
Same.
I'm definitely not
Every
fit
time
anymore.
we go for a coffee and walk up those
Fucking
stairs,
hell.
you're like,
Fuck.
alright, fuck.
So it'd be nice to get a little bit of I never really cared too much about fitness because I'm like, it's just, what do I use that for? I don't do
Yeah.
anything fitness related.
Like, why
And
would
yeah, I
you-
need to be healthy, but I guess I am. And I think being able to box and then maybe move into doing something else where I can do a 360 no scope and sign a deal to the UFC, that'd be pretty lit.
And then you can make your money.
Exactly.
All right, I like the podcast. Thanks for listening.
So's Lada.